Stephen Curry is one of the most loyal players in NBA history, and one of the most impactful players as well. However, even Kobe Bryant was almost traded away by the Lakers during his 20-year career there. Curry was almost traded multiple times during his early years by the Warriors too. So, the questions are, what teams were trying to acquire Curry? Why didn't these trades go through? How would the potential trade impact both teams? And without further ado, let's start the research. The first time that Curry was almost traded actually happened on the draft night of 2009. The Phoenix Suns offered the Warriors their 14th pick and All-Star power forward Amar'e Stoudemire for the 7th pick. It is kinda interesting because the Suns' general manager during the time was Steve Kerr, so it made total sense why the Suns wanted Curry. The Suns actually missed the playoffs in the previous season despite finishing with a 46-36 record. They were actually the 9th seed of the loaded Western Conference, and mainly due to Stoudemire's injury. Kerr also hoped that Curry could become their next franchise point guard since Nash was getting older. According to Kerr, the deal was so close of being done, but the Warriors decided to back out the trade at the last second to choose the future MVP and the best shooter of all time. Stoudemire had missed the rest of the season since February 2009 due to eye injuries and surgeries. This could be one of the reasons why the Warriors evaded the trade, or they could just want to continue rebuilding the team so they didn't want his contract. It could simply be that they really wanted Curry on the team. Even though the Suns didn't get the trade they wanted, they picked Earl Clark, a big man who last played in the NBA during the 2015 season. With their 14th pick, instead of drafting Drew Holiday, Ty Lawson, or Jeff Teague, they chose a big man Earl Clark for some reason. After all, Curry and Kerr won 3 champions together for the Warriors, so this worked out great for them. Even before the draft, when Don Nelson, who was the head coach of the Warriors at the time, reached out to Steph's parents, Curry's mother Sonia apparently said that she doesn't know where Golden State is. And for Dell Curry, he simply said, "Don't draft my son." Good thing they didn't change the Warriors' choice on draft night. The second time Curry was involved in a negotiation happened in 2011, when the Warriors almost traded both Splash Brothers and Ekpe Udoh to the Hornets for Chris Paul. For context, the Hornets were trying to trade Chris Paul before the 2012 season began, because Paul will be a free agent in 2012. And for the Warriors, Curry sprained his ankle multiple times during the previous season, and had to go through surgery at the end of the 2011 season. The Hornets already agreed to send Chris Paul to the Lakers in that infamous 3-team trade, which was vetoed by David Stern. The main reason why this trade didn't go through is that Paul had no commitment to sign an extension with the Warriors, so the deal eventually fell apart. The Warriors did not want to trade their young core just for a season of CP3. This would be a very interesting trade, because if the Hornets acquire Steph and Klay, and they had a horrendous year if Curry also only played 26 games for the 2012 shortened lockout season, they could end up receiving the first pick, just like they did in real life, and draft Anthony Davis with their first pick. Can you imagine Anthony Davis pairing up with both Splash Brothers in New Orleans? That would be crazy. That's like a dynasty there. If you are still with me, thank you so much. And be sure to subscribe if you enjoyed this content. Finally, some of you all probably know this. It was when the Bucks closed to acquire Monte Ellis over Stephen Curry to complete the Andrew Bogut trade during the 2012 season. The Warriors found Curry missing the majority of the 2012 season, and Andres Biedrins was their starting center. And this resulted in an atrocious Warriors basketball. On the other side of the deal, the Bucks were having a mediocre season right outside the playoffs. In January 2012, Bogut had a serious ankle injury and will miss the remainder of the season. He only played 12 games this season. The Warriors saw the Bucks wanted to move Andrew Bogut. They still believed that Bogut would bring the interior presence the team desperately needed in the future. In the beginning, the Bucks actually wanted Curry. The general manager of the Warriors during the time, Larry Riley, said, "My thought process was, okay, we'll talk about staff, and then we'll see where it goes, and we'll see if we can swing this thing around to Monte Ellis." It is true that Milwaukee softened a little bit because of Steph's ankle history. Then, just 2 days before the final deal was announced, the luckiest unlucky thing happened that will officially make the Warriors Curry's team. He actually sprained his ankle again and will miss the rest of the season, just 2 days before the deal. So on March 13, 2012, the deal was finally finalized. The Warriors would send Monte Ellis, Kwame Brown, Ekpe Udoh to the Bucks, and they received Andrew Bogut and Steven Jackson, and the rest is history. This also creates a big what-if question. That is, what if Curry and Giannis became teammates in Milwaukee? One is obviously the best shooter of all time, and the other can do anything else besides shooting. And that's how it was. So, what can I say? I'll see you